Hello, this is NACD's BoardVision, and I'm Ken Daly. We're here today to interview Cynthia Fornelli, who's the Executive Director for the Center of Audit Quality, the CAQ. Hello, Cindy. How are you?
Very well, thanks for having me.
Cindy, we're here today to discuss the CAQ's 2014 Main Street Investors Survey. Can you give us a brief review of what you found this year?
Sure. What we do every year, and we've done it every year since our inception, is we ask Main Street investors 4 key questions: their confidence in U.S. capital markets, their confidence in markets outside the United States, their confidence in U.S. publicly traded companies, and their confidence in audited financial statements.
Cindy, ever since the American Great Recession, we've noticed that confidence seems to be growing. Did you find that again this year? Is it continuing to increment?
It is. It's growing, and the good news is for your viewers and for the CAQ's constituency is they have, investors have a lot of confidence in audited financial statements, and when we ask them, as we have for the past 3 years, so this is the 4th year we have data on that, which parties in the system they trust the most to look after their interests, auditors and audit committees come in first and second for the 4th year in a row.
Your survey, I think this year, I'm not sure about the past, asked about a number of questions about risk. Can you give us some of the high points about what you found on the risk?
Yes, so every year we do a deep dive into a particular area, and as you mentioned, this year we asked them about their risk appetite. And something that I thought was really interesting, and I know it's a big issue for the NACD, and they gave 3 examples of cyber as being a risk to them. And I thought it was a bit sophisticated. It was a very nuanced answer. They're concerned about cyber threats to the general capital markets. They're concerned about cyber threats to their personal portfolios, and they're concerned about cyber threats to their online banking transactions.
We recently published the Cyber Risk Handbook.
Yes.
And you're right, we have a very heightened sense of risk in the cyber world. Is it fair to say that audit committees in specific share that risk? Is it as high in their portfolio as ours?
I think that it's something that we all need to pay attention to, and no one party can do this alone. We have to work together. This is such a big threat that it's not just the audit committee's responsibility or the board's responsibility or manager's responsibility or the auditor's responsibility. We all need to pull together if we're going to overcome these various threats, whether it's to the markets, to people's portfolios, or to the online banking system.
Well, that's great to hear. I think what you're telling me is that confidence in audit committees in general is on the increase, that there's very good reasons for that. And your institution and our institution last year joined together on a collaboration to call the audit committees to action to maybe describe more about what they're doing, not to ask them to do more, but to perhaps do a better job of describing just what they do. How's that going?
Well, and I think you raised something important there, because if we're going to continue to increase confidence, I think you're right. Audit committees and auditors need to talk more about the important work that they do. So E&Y has looked at Fortune 100 disclosures for the last 3 years. We are actually preparing to do a deeper dive now and go into mid-cap and smaller cap companies to see what they're doing. And again, I think one of the beauties of the call to action is it gives real live examples. So as you, as an audit committee member, working with your disclosure teams, are wrestling through these issues, talking to your outside counsel, your internal counsel, your corporate secretary, and you get a little pushback saying, you know, that's not required, why would we do this? You've got real live examples that you can point to and say, but here are other companies that are doing it, not just in the Fortune 100, but now also in the mid-cap and smaller cap companies.
Cindy, thank you so very much, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of BoardVision, brought to you by the NACD, and thank you for your membership.